All right, then. Well, let's do one quick preview then of the game that matters. It's the mighty, mighty New York Metro traveling down south to take on Orlando City in the Eastern Conference Finals. I am so tempted to drive to this game. It is 6 hours away. It is 6 hours away, and I so badly want to go, but I don't know if I will. Red Bull are the lowest remaining seed, and they will look to continue the magic run in the MLS Cup playoffs presented by Audi. It is another matchup of a strong defense versus a strong attack, and the game planning will be crucial here. Orlando found success against, actually, I'm going to save that. I'm going to ask you what you think. I want you to go first.
Well, I think you should not drive down to Orlando to see the game because I think you should be saving your money for an LA flight for
No.
the MLS Cup Championship because I'm gonna back Red Bull here in this game, and it's partially because I don't want to see Orlando go to the MLS Cup Finals. As much as I regret wanting to have to deal with you after making it to MLS Cup final, but I think that Orlando has had a relatively easy route to this point in the playoffs. Charlotte is a good defensive team, but they are incapable of scoring and creating goals. I think that was evident in their three-game matchup against them, where Orlando kind of squeaked by on in that one. And say what you want about, we talked about how that series played out, but then you get Atlanta, another team that is incapable of scoring goals, had zero strikers for half the game, and now you're going up against Rebel, who I'm not saying is a attacking masterclass like LA Galaxy, but I think has a lot more attacking weapons at their disposal, like Forsberg and Lewis Morgan and playoff Dante Van Zier. But I think the key factor is going to be Cornell in this one. If he continues to play well, because Red Bull's going to be on the road again, I think Red Bull have a decent shot at getting through this game and going to the final. Clearly, they know how to win on the road. They've shown that so far. And I think they can continue it past Orlando here and make it to MLS Cup final against the Galaxy
Uh, I hate that.
because I
I
pod
don't,
cursed you.
yeah, because I'm pod cursing myself. Listen, Orlando found a lot of success against both Charlotte and Atlanta when they were given time and space on the ball to allow Torres, Angulo, and Enrique to do what they wanted to do, right? Red Bull absorbed a lot of pressure against Columbus, but they also pressed really, really well at times on the baseball field. How they come out to play in Orlando will be key. Red Bull are also likely missing Sean Nealis after that nasty injury where he went in and decked Justin Hack, and then does not remember hitting the ground. He was out like a light. So hopefully he is healthy and no long-term effects, but I don't see him playing on Saturday. It will be Reyes, who has been fantastic as of late, as we've been speaking about, and Noah Isla, who has been good, not great. He has his moments where he is just next level, not good. So pair those two with Dylan Nealis next to them in a back three. You got to allow Cam Harper, you got to allow John Tolkien to get up and press with the team. But Orlando have found ways past all of the top goalkeepers that they faced, including goalkeeper of the year Christian Kalina and tranked up Brad Guzan. Like they don't care about who's in front of them. They will score goals, and I don't expect this defensive record to stand much longer against Orlando. I mean, we've had two clean sheets in 3 games. I don't think we see that again here. The biggest problem for me is that Red Bull need to get Emil Forsberg and Lewis Morgan on the ball more. The attack against New York City relied on screamers from distance and second chance set pieces. When we beat Columbus in penalties, it was Forsberg's monumental contributions in the attack to get us back in it. I think he had an assist for the first goal, and Lewis Morgan had an assist in the first goal, and Forsberg drew and converted a penalty for the second goal. Right against New York City, he and Lewis Morgan had 34 touches combined in the first half. That's not going to fly against Orlando. You need to get your star players involved. They need to be a part of this game. Orlando, on the other hand, are going to do more of the same, right? They're going to get the ball wide into space for Ivan Angulo. They're going to get Torres into pockets in the half space. They're going to get Enrique or Duncan running in behind. They're going to be strong. They're going to be physical. They're going to be enforcing throughout all 90 minutes and extra if they need to. They're going to be at home. They're going to have the crowd behind them. It's going to be a difficult run. But I've had this feeling since Columbus, and we are a different team than our record and our seeding shows. I think that we can hang with anybody, and I believe that they believe that. We're much more dangerous on the transition if Forsberg and Morgan are healthy and can get involved. If we press high and we press hard, I do think we have a chance. If we try and absorb pressure, I think it's over. I believe that Sandro Suarez is going to be brave. I think he's going to go for it on Saturday, and then he's going to go for it with everything that we have. Give me 2-1 in extra time. New York Red Bulls. Give me a heart attack and make me cry.
I forgot to give a scoreline. What one thing I do want to say before I do give a scoreline though is another thing in your favor. I feel like I know you talked about Orlando's attack, but quite frankly, they have not been making the most of their chances in this playoffs. They have 4 goals in 4 games. They've generated more XG than they have goals. They're not really taking a lot of their chances. And you can get away with that against Atlanta and Charlotte because those teams just really can't score that many goals. So all you need to do is, if you put away 1 of 5 chances, you could still get away with moving on and winning because the other team is maybe going to put up 1 goal at most. I don't think you're going to get away with that with Red Bull. I think their attack isn't like out of this world, but I think it's better than the last 2 opponents. So if you're not taking your chances, I do think Red Bull will make you pay, just like they did NYC. I'm going to go with the same scoreline 2-1, but I'm going to say they do it in regular time.
How original.